Hey everyone, welcome to From Benchwarmer to Baller on a Budget. Help your football players shine in 2 seasons or less without breaking the bank. My name is Otis Grigsby. I'm a former NFL player. I played for the Minnesota Vikings, Carolina Panthers, Miami Dolphins, and I had some stints with the Atlanta Falcons where I didn't make the team. And I had a stint in NFL Europe where it really just transformed my life, where I actually went from a guy who could barely make a team to being able to make the team again. So I have been in the ditch many times in many different scenarios, whether it's junior high, high school, college, pro, you name it. I've been there. I've been where you are. And I just want to say, for you to get where you want to go, it's going to take a significant investment. And so I just want to congratulate you on taking the first step with your investment. The money that you or your parents spent on this course is nothing compared to the work that's going to be required for you to get the job done. And I just wanted to say that, you're in on a secret. A lot of people these days are looking for shortcuts. And the shortcuts come in different forms. And one of the biggest forms is spending money, thinking that you can spend money to get an advantage, whether it's travel teams, trainers, selling your home and moving to a different place. So where you have access to better coaches or a coach that actually likes you or whatever excuse that you're trying to paper over with money, you're in on a secret. Hard work, dedication, showing up with a plan, it translates to success. And there's obviously a ceiling for everyone. Everyone has only so far they can go when it comes to their ability, their talent. But in the sport of football, you can do a whole lot with not a lot. And I think a lot of you guys have seen that in the form of just amazing, football players out there, small guys, undersized guys, slow guys, getting it done. So I'm not trying to drag trainers, all right? I have trained before. Long time ago, after the Atlanta Falcons cut me, I started a football training academy called Big Game Football Academy down in Atlanta, Georgia, and with about three guys that I used to play with the Falcons. And it was a great experience. And what we were doing was trying to help kids like you go from sitting the bench to balling out. And what I realized in that experience was the kids who understood effort, who understood attitude, mentality, who understood dedication, those were the ones that were going to get better. And really, they didn't need us. It was nice that they thought they needed us because they were paying us, but they really didn't need us. And you don't need a trainer. And most of your trainers who played in the NFL or played at the college level, they didn't have trainers either. They're not going to tell you that. I will. I didn't have a trainer. I hear my kid outside crying right now. I don't know why. I think he wants to come in and join the recording. I might let him in. But yeah, so trainers are necessary. Travel teams are necessary. You'll hear people say that you got to travel around to get exposure and to play against the best talent. You'll hear that you got to go to camps and at the Michigan camp and the UT camp and this camp and that camp and all that stuff. I want you to understand something. If you've got talent, if you're skilled, if you've done the work, people will find you. You've got YouTube. There's ways to show people what you've got. Instagram, you can just reach out to people on LinkedIn. If you have video of you doing great stuff, then people will take notice. You don't need to do the whole travel team thing. If you want to do it, if you want to spend the money, your parents are excited to blow their time on the weekend with that stuff, be my guest. But this right here is a way to avoid all that, save time, save a ton of money, and get a lot of progress in. Natural talent, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Not necessarily required. Yeah, if you want to make it to greater and greater heights, natural talent is helpful. But I can tell you right now, I was not a strong guy. I was not a fast guy. I was not particularly anything special when it came to talent. And I was a bench warmer. And we'll get into that story right now. So just briefly, I'll tell you more about it later. But briefly, I started playing football in junior high. And in Texas, that's a little late. Most of these kids were starting when they were 5, playing tackle football. Things have changed now. They're doing a lot less tackle, more flag. But when I played in the 7th grade for the first time, I was on the B team and I was a backup. And I went from the B team backup to All-State first team in Texas 5A Division I, which at the time was the biggest division. Now that has been elevated to 6A Division I, so we'll just call it that. And yeah, All-State first team, earned a scholarship to the University of Kentucky, had many other scholarship offers to other great schools, but Kentucky was the only SEC school, and they were the only one that was offering me an opportunity to play as a freshman, so I love that. I played 6 years in the National Football League, and I mentioned those teams I played for: Dolphins, Panthers, Vikings, and Falcons a little bit, and NFL Europe a little bit in between. And then, I moved on and went to law school to become a lawyer, practiced for 5 years in Cincinnati and Austin. I'm still licensed. I still love being a lawyer. I just don't like working for the clients that pay, the lawyer money, the good money. So I've moved on from that. No offense to all you lawyers, but if you're a lawyer out there and you're listening to this, you know what I'm talking about. It's great, but it's also, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do something that's similar to what I did. I mean, from the standpoint of not like I'm going to show you how to make it to the NFL. I'm saying I'm going to show you how to be the guy who is on the field, hitting, doing all the things, making the plays, delivering in crunch time in ways that no one expected for you to be able to do. People are going to be like, Jimmy is a baller. I remember when Jimmy got hit and he couldn't even get off the ground because he looked so weak. And now he's balling out. I don't understand what happened to him. How did this happen? They're going to think that you're an overnight success. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to mention this multiple times. You're going to have to be humble, because as you get better, people are going to start giving you praise, and that's going to feel really good. And you can get taken down by reading your own press clippings, taken down by feeling yourself a little too much. Oh, the highlight reels look so great and everyone loves you. That's going to happen for you at some point. And I just want to warn you right now, stay humble. Stay humble. I assume that you're a humble person because you're showing up here with an open mind, ready to learn. Stay humble. Don't lose that, because that is absolutely necessary. I'm going to say this. There are no guarantees that you will make the NFL, that you'll get a college scholarship. We are talking about your middle school and high school journey right now. We're talking about laying a foundation for success, a foundation for where you can tap into your greatest potential. Everyone has a certain God-given potential. God has put something in you. If you don't like that I'm talking about God right now, you probably bought the wrong course, because I will talk about God more, because it's integral to the sport and life. But we all have something in us, and most of us are operating at this kind of suboptimal place, right? We're below where we need to be. We could be up here, and we're just not getting it done. So, okay, real quick. This is the part where we get real. I just want to make sure I have my camera in the right spot, because whoa. I'm back. Whoops. All right. I'm learning this technology. I'm pretty good with tech, but I am new with this. So, with this software I'm using. Anyway, there are no guarantees. I'm not making a guarantee. I hope that you're not expecting one. This is going to be hard work, and everyone's journey. There are guys who don't make it to the NFL who totally should. There are guys who make it to the NFL who shouldn't, like me. I should not have been an NFL player, according to literally everyone who saw me play football at every level of football. So, except for my dad. Anyway, I just want to talk about how to watch this course. Parents, it's designed for your sons, obviously, but if you have time, watch it with them. I know If You Have Time is kind of hilarious, because who has time for anything? But if you have time or if you want to make time, I think there's value in watching it with them so that you can be on the same page. You can make sure that, you know, you're functioning as like their accountability partner, right? That's essentially what your job is as a parent, at least part of your job as a parent is to be an accountability partner. So it kind of makes sense that you watch this with them. And if I'm addressing parents, I will specify that at certain points. And you athletes out there watching this, when I'm talking to your parents, just listen, keep listening, don't check out because it's important that you're able to focus, especially when someone's not talking to you, when the coach is not talking to you and talking to someone else, you still need to pay attention. So that's going to go a long way. So with all that said, I hope you guys are as excited as I am because this is the start of a transformation, like I said, that no one will see coming but you. So let's get into it.